This might be one of the best and possibly hardest to get sneaker collaborations of the entire year. It's the upcoming HiddenNY ASICS Gel-DS Trainer 14 Dawn. Over the past few years, Hidden has done something that's very difficult to do and transformed from a social media mood board into truly a full-blown brand. Not only is HiddenNY becoming one of the most popular and sought-after brands in streetwear, they're also creating some of the best collaborations. One of the most interesting aspects about HiddenNY is that the person who created it is hidden. That's why it's called HiddenNY. And while there are rumors and rumblings of who the person is online, and I'm sure if you search hard enough you could probably figure it out, a big part of the mystique of the brand is that we don't know who founded it or created it. It's kind of like Bitcoin. But mystery alone doesn't create a great brand. You need a lot more than that. And since the beginning of the Hidden Instagram account, it's been obvious through the curated images that whoever is running that account has an excellent design sense. And I'm not just saying that because they sent me the shoes. Shout out to whoever sent me the shoes. I really appreciate it. And the thing that really set Hidden apart as a brand when they decided to start releasing apparel is the fact that everyone who was following their Instagram account was like-minded. They all had generally the same design sense, which means when Hidden created some products in that same style, in the style that he had been curating, or presumably I really don't know. I genuinely do not know. It turned almost everyone who's following the Instagram account because they like what they saw into prospective customers because the products that Hidden was creating fell in line with that same design sensibility, meaning that if you like the stuff that you were seeing on the Instagram account, you'd probably like the clothing coming from the same person who was creating the Instagram account. Again, presumably. So it wasn't a surprise that the brand blew up as quickly as it did because this strategy of selling to people who are already into this kind of style makes a lot of sense. Now, since then, Hidden has collaborated with many different brands like Uggs and Solomon, and of course, ASICS. With ASICS being the brand that has received the most sneaker collaborations. And of course, the ASICS Gel-DS Trainer 14 is the most recent pair to get the HiddenNY treatment. Now, this pair first had a very limited release at ComplexCon Las Vegas that just happened last weekend. It should be dropping in the next week or two. There's not a lot of solid information on the shoe's release date yet, but stay tuned for that. Also, there's not really any solid information on the price of this shoe either. I did some research. I didn't buy this shoe myself. I went into the booth, I bought a shirt, but I did not buy the shoes because I knew they were coming, so I genuinely don't know what the retail price is. I know that the standard Gel-DS Trainer 14 is $150. I would expect the collaboration pair to be a bit more expensive. That's a guess though. It could be $160. Not totally sure. It could be $180. I really don't know, but expect it to be around that $150 to $180 price point. I feel like it's a reasonable guess. It could be more, it could be less. Who knows? But if you want a pair of these, stay tuned because they are coming very, very soon. Now, in addition to the Dawn colorway, there was also the Dusk colorway that released exclusively at ComplexCon. In fact, I think it was limited to like 25 or so pairs. Now, as you can see from these images, the colorway was essentially an inverse of this colorway. You had black on the upper instead of white, and you had blue instead of green. Now, what's even crazier about this pair is not the actual shoe itself, but the way that it was rolled out. The only way to get a pair of these was to have someone hand you a pamphlet at ComplexCon. Apparently there's people walking around in like robes handing out pamphlets. I did get a pamphlet. I didn't actually see who it was who gave it to me, but I got a pamphlet. And within those pamphlets, there was like a certain number of tickets, like special golden tickets, a very limited amount. And in order to get a pair of this Dusk colorway, you had to get one of those tickets and redeem it at the booth. Like I said, there was only 25-ish pairs, so I would assume there was only like 25-ish tickets, and they were handing out these pamphlets all day on the first day. I don't know if they did it in the second day, but the first day definitely. Actually, in the comment section down below, let me know if you were at ComplexCon and got one of these pamphlets. I'd love to know how many people actually ended up getting them. Also, let me know if you stopped by the Apothecary booth and said what's up. We had this whole Apothecary build out. It was crazy. We dropped hats, shirts, Apothecary mules. Let me know what you guys thought of the booth in the comment section down below as well. But again, with the release of that Dusk pair, Hidden was once again leaning into that sort of mystery. Like, you didn't know exactly how to get the pair. You saw it sitting in the booth, but you couldn't buy it. I just heard it through the grapevine. It was a really cool way to roll out the sneakers. I've got to give Hidden a lot of credit there. That's very cool the way that they did that. Also, I've looked up to Hidden for years. They're really doing something that I've always wanted to do, and that's take my sort of social media presence and turn it into some sort of brand. And I feel like it's something we've done pretty well with Apothecary, but not to the level of Hidden. And for the last couple years, it's just been something that I've been really inspired by. So shout out to Hidden for doing some really dope stuff. They're killing it. But before we talk about the sneaker itself, let's first take a look at the box. And the box is pretty similar to what Hidden's done on previous ASICS collaborations. It comes in white on the silver panel, which actually I've got to say, they've lined up really nicely with this sort of grid that they've got going on in the box. That was a very nice touch. Very, very well thought out. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's like a grid on the sticker and a grid on the box, and they've lined it up perfectly, which is probably not easy to do because I'm sure someone's doing that by hand. But on the sticker, you've got some images that probably relate to the phases of the moon. It says, designed and engineered by ASICS and Hidden for outdoor and indoor applications. Very cool. Continuing around the box, you've got some more moon phases. You've got the ASICS and Hidden logo, and of course some coordinates, which I don't actually know where they lead. I probably should figure that out. Maybe that'll lead me to Hidden. Who knows? On the front of the box, you've got Hidden's logo and then of course the size sticker. I went with the size 9, which is my true size, and the official name of this colorway is Gel-DS Trainer 14 White Blarney. Blarney presumably being the green that is used on the shoe. Inside the box, you've got, well, this really nice sort of almost like Tiffany blue or Tiffany green. On the top of the box, you've got this paragraph that sort of feeds into the story behind dawn and light and things like that. The paper comes with that same sort of grid plus pattern. I didn't know this is in there, but you also got a Hidden sticker and that, and of course the tag for the shoe, which I ripped off. In addition to all of that, you've got an extra set of laces, which I am absolutely gonna put it on the shoes because they freaking glow in the dark. It's crazy, but I have not had a chance to put them on the shoes yet. So all of the B-roll, except for this image right here, is not gonna have them on there. But they're kind of like these plasticky laces, which let me just pull them out of the bag really quick. They're not your standard like lace material. They're sort of woven plastic with, again, some glow-in-the-dark details. I'm gonna put these in the shoe and take a picture. So you probably have already seen the picture. Shout out to editor Tim for throwing that on there. But hey, with the box out of the way, let's get into the sneakers. And oddly enough, this is actually the first pair of Hidden ASICS that I've reviewed. I've owned multiple pairs, but I've never actually reviewed one. And I'm really excited to review this one because it's a brand new silhouette that I've never tried. I do think that this pair will be one of the more popular collaborations of the year. We've had a lot of really, really great collaborations. And as we saw from the Complex Sneaker of the Year list, a lot of them are Jordans and a lot of them are Nikes. And honestly, I don't fault Complex for that. I think they picked shoes that genuinely had a really big impact, and a lot of them, again, are Jordans and Nikes. And some of the other brands just aren't getting the spotlight because Nike and Jordan came with so many crazy releases this year. So I'm not surprised at all, but I do think that this is one of the better collaborations for sure. And getting into the actual materials, starting off around the toe of the sneaker on the mudguard, you've got this metallic, probably synthetic leather detail. It's actually like 2 different synthetic leather panels in mismatched grays. Above that, you've got some mesh. This mesh comes in, it's an off-white, sort of like a very light mint color, which is a nice detail. I like that a lot. Very subtle, very clean. Moving up from there, you've actually no longer got a mesh on the midfoot of the sneaker, whereas on the regular DS Trainer 14s, you do have a very wide mesh in this area. On this shoe, at least on this collaboration, they've decided to switch things out to what seems to be either a TPU material or some sort of like rubbery plastic material. I'm assuming it's either like a synthetic leather or a TPU or something like that. It's probably a synthetic leather because it feels too thin. Either way, there are a couple different patterns going on in this material. You've got this honeycomb. You've also got this cool sort of like faded look, almost aged look. It's a nice detail. Of course, that's all on the lateral side. On the medial side, you've got much more of that honeycomb detail. And then overlaid on top of all of that, you've got the ASICS logo surrounded by metallic silver detailing. And then actually only on the ASICS logo itself, you've got this darker green. It's ever so slightly darker green, but it comes in this really nice like candy apple coating. So it's kind of sparkles, almost like car paint. And it's a really, really nice detail, very subtle. And I also, like I said, I didn't notice that the greens were different between here and here. So there is some subtle color variation there. You've got a green hit on this little metal eyelet right there. Moving over to the eye stay, you've got more metallic silvers. And then of course, weaving through the eyelets, you've got your white oval laces. They are fine, but they are not glow in the dark. And I should have put those stupid glow-in-the-dark laces in, but I didn't. I'm an idiot. I will do that though. Underneath the laces, you've got a white mesh tongue, and then at the top of the tongue, you've got a pull tab with the different moon signs. And what's interesting is that each pull tab is slightly different. On the right shoe, it's the ASICS logo. On the left shoe, it's the Hidden logo. Moving inside the shoe, you've got a white sock liner. And speaking of things that are different, the insoles, mismatching. One comes in gray, one comes in green. But now let's talk about sizing and fit. And you guys know what's coming. You know it. You know what's coming. True to Size Seth brings you a true to size rating. Trying to act surprised there because I know that's what you guys are feeling right now. Crazy surprise. But no, this shoe does fit true to size. The one difference though between this shoe and other shoes that I usually call true to size is that this shoe does feel like it could be a bit narrow for wider footed people. I have a regular width foot. I always thought it was narrow, but then I actually got it like genuinely scanned. It turns out it's a regular width foot. So there you go. I kind of feel like it's more on the narrow side of regular, but I've got it scanned again and they said like, no, it's a regular width foot. So I think the shoe fits fine, especially if you have regular or narrow width feet. I do understand though that wider footers might not love the Gel-DS Trainer 14 sort of more narrow toe area. It's not narrow, but if you have a wider foot, then yeah, maybe go up half a size. I just want to try it on again real quick while I'm talking about it. Yeah, I'd say if you're a wider footer, you definitely should go up half size. I feel like, yeah, definitely go up half size. If you're a wider footer, regular width foot people, you're good to go. True to size. True to size Seth, signing off. Continuing back in the shoe past the midfoot, you've got more of this very light mint green on the mesh. And then on the medial side, you've actually not got a mesh, you've got more of a ripstop material. I don't know what you guys would call that. I think it's close-ish to a ripstop. I'm sure all these materials have very specific names, but I don't know what that one is. And actually, the more that I look at this shoe, I've noticed something that I really, really like about it. And that's that both the medial and lateral sides are different, but neither one feels under-designed. A lot of shoes that you see will be like beautiful on the lateral side, and then the medial side will be like, there's nothing going on. So here's the lateral side of this Hoka, the medial side, nothing. Nothing going on. Actually, they did add some TPU. No, it's not TPU. They added some sort of printing on there. So, okay, this is a bad example. There are a lot of shoes out there that the lateral side gets all the love and the medial side gets none of it. I understand that you put the logo on the lateral side because that's the outside of the shoe. That's the part that everyone's seeing. But I like when brands focus a little bit on the inside of the shoe. And it really seems like both Hidden and ASICS, I mean, because obviously ASICS, you know, this paneling is going to be the same on the regular Gel-DS Trainer 14. At least I think it is. But it looks like Hidden really played with materials on the medial side, which I really, really like. Very nice choice. And it's different than the lateral side. Continuing back on the shoe, back to the lateral side, you've got Hidden's logo right there on the heel. And then as you move even farther back to the actual heel, you've got the silver panel that wraps around the back of the shoe that says DS Trainer. Now, this trainer is no longer DS because I've worn it, but I don't think that's what that means. The pull tab of the shoe comes in white with this reflective accent that has the moon phases and Hidden written very subtly. Is that the same thing on the other shoe? Or is there? It's the moon phases. Yeah, it's the same thing on the other shoe. And then as you move down in the sneaker, you get to this all Hidden green midsole, which features presumably a standard ASICS, probably EVA style foam. You've got gel in the heel right there, which comes in this sort of semi-translucent dark green. Moving to the bottom of the shoe, you've got this really nicely matched green rubber outsole that matches the midsole color perfectly. Not an easy thing to do. And then you've got this, I guess a torsion plate right there in the center. I'm sure it's called something specific. Let me look up what it's called actually. It is called the Trusic support unit, I believe, for midfoot stability. Every brand has their own torsional support system name. That's the outsole of the shoe. Traction pattern looks nice. Now, as far as the actual silhouette itself, the Gel-DS Trainer 14 is a silhouette that's a revival of an older pair of shoes from back in the mid-2000s. I don't know if the original shoe was called the Gel-DS Trainer 14. I'm actually not sure. I'm not super familiar with older ASICS models. I know some of the very popular ones, but some of the, I guess, more niche ones like this shoe, I'm not super familiar with the history and there's not a lot of info on it. Everything that I'm reading is saying that this is a revival of that shoe. It's a running sneaker from the mid-2000s. I don't know how similar the shoe is to the original. I don't know if the name is the same or not. Let me know in the comment section down below if you know. That being said, this shoe is hot and I really, really like the way the shoe looks. Not just because like the color story going on, and I really like the shade of green. Hidden's green is dope, really dig that. And not just because of these sort of subtle material changes, but it's really because of the thought that went into this shoe. Now, if you look at the Hidden Gel NYCs, what I like about that shoe, and I actually think I like better about that shoe than this shoe, is the, I guess I would say, more obvious storytelling. There is storytelling on this shoe, a lot to do with like dusk and dawn and light, and you know, I'll be honest, it goes over my head. But I really like the Gel NYC a lot because that is a very Photoshop focused story. There are details on that shoe, like the transparency like checkerboard that you see in Photoshop when you take out like the background. There's also like a mouse, and there's a bounding box around the Hidden logo. I haven't seen the shoe in a minute, it's been in my closet, but the details that I remembered, because they were good details, are the bounding box around the Hidden logo on the heel. Lots of things that I really like on that shoe that, as someone who uses Photoshop on a daily basis, I'm more connected to that shoe because it sort of ties in with the things that I do. So I really like that shoe a lot. Now, if anyone has the Dusk colorway in a size 9 and wants to sell it to me for below asking, hit me up. Also, if you want to check the resale price of that shoe, I won't tell you, just click the link, check it out, it's crazy. I've made sure to leave the link through the YouTube shopping tab on your screen, and also for this pair as well, because this pair I think resale wise, maybe around 3 something, but I'm sure once this pair actually releases, it will drop a little bit. But still, incredibly fire collaboration. Hidden and ASICS once again knocked it out of the park, and I do think if you haven't grabbed the Hidden collaboration yet, this is a good way to go. One of the best. Let me know your thoughts on this shoe in the comment section down below. Also, make sure to check out my podcast, The Shoes Off Podcast. We've got Brendan Dunn in the episode coming up next week. It's going to be dope. We just had Raffi and of course Salehi and Jeff Staple and Stephen Smith, a lot of incredible designers. So make sure to check out that podcast linked in the description below. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you all in the next one.